Hello, fourth graders. I want to talk to you today about a math problem you can see in my LMS page from the Fort Wayne Community Schools math document about area, calculating area. Now it has to do with a story question that asks you to figure out which is the bigger area of two garden layouts. The first garden layout looks like this. Garden area A. It looks like a couple of rectangles connected together by a smaller one in the middle. And then there's garden area B, which looks a little something more like this. Okay, now what I'd like to talk to you today is like how exactly do you figure out the area of a shape that looks like this if it doesn't make like a perfect rectangle or triangle. And I came up with an easy to organize scheme by which you can figure this one out. Okay, let's concentrate on garden area A first. Okay, garden area A is a big old wide thing. Looks a little something like this. And if you were to sort of divide it up into three rectangles, you might find that's a lot easier way to calculate. I went ahead and I divided this one up into a left rectangle, a center rectangle, and then finally a right rectangle. I made a little chart, looks a little something like this. And I went ahead and I figured out the calculations. The left rectangle is 9 feet in length, 6 feet in width. So I came back over here and put that all up in my table. And if I wanted to figure out the area of that rectangle, I'd have to multiply it. 9 times 6, so I'm sure you're slick enough to figure that one out. 54. Let's skip the middle one because we have to go back to that in a second. The one on the right is fairly easy to calculate. It is 6 foot wide and 10 foot in length. So that's pretty straightforward. All you have to do is multiply 10 times 6. 60 would be your area right there. But what about the one in the middle? There's a mystery dimension in the middle because it's 18 feet in length from one corner all the way to the other corner, but it doesn't tell you the width of this particular rectangle. But if you notice that it's 6 foot here, also 6 foot over there, then all you have to do is add those two up. 6 plus 6 is 12, and subtract that from 18. So you would know 18 minus 12 would give you this dimension right here. Should be 6. And then the final step would be to simply add those three areas together, put them down here, and don't forget to label. Square feet is a measurement for area. Okay, let's go ahead and switch our rectangles. Off these go. Throw them on the floor. All right, how about this one right here? Okay, this is garden area B. Looks a little something like this. I went ahead and I organized it into a bottom rectangle, a center rectangle, and then finally a top one up there. Made another chart to help organize it. Looks like my bottom rectangle measures 10 feet wide in width, and then finally 6 foot in length. 6 times 10 should equal 60 up here. Excuse me. We're going to skip the one in the center for now and talk about the top rectangle. That's pretty easy. Since a rectangle is also a square, this one measures 4 foot by 4 foot. Grand total, 4 times 4 should leave you with 16. Okay, the one they leave out is this measurement, the length of the rectangle. So what you'll need to do is take this 15-foot measurement that goes from end to end, take away the 4 you see up here. 15 minus 4 is 11. And then 11, take away the 6 you see right here, should leave you with a total of 5. So 5 should fit in this spot right here. Then 5 times 7, grand total of 35. And then you'd add all three of those areas together to make the grand total down here. And don't forget to label it square feet. Okay, when you get your totals, please send me your answers. Show me your calculations and your organization. And now, back to the coffee.